Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better Elsewhere podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
What is going on, world?
Chilling, Mark. How you doing?
I am trying not to go broke on buying this big ass Galactus.
Are we on Hasbro watch? We gotta watch you now.
I have 47 days to come up with $400. So if y'all want to chip in, everyone chip in a $10 to the Jason Needs Galactus fund. I'll be gladly accepting it. And buy this big ass Galactus.
I mean, listen, we just did the wrestling battle. You could take some pointers from Baron Corbin,
right? And make a GoFundMe for Galactus.
I think people would donate to that. That's the thing that makes me laugh.
Yeah, the Galactic looks fucking crazy, and it's supposed to come with a Reed Richards. That's the bonus figure.
And then Silver Surfer not
confirmed yet, because sometimes when it passes the first like 1400.
Okay.
And it still has a lot of time. They'll go to the next goal. The next goal, they'll add something else. And the next goal, they'll add something else. So we'll see.
I hope so.
But it looks sick. It looks awesome. He has two faces. No, he has three faces. He has three heads. He has the regular head, and he has an angry head, and then he also has a skull head, which is like the Marvel Zombie version.
Okay, cool.
And it's 3.5 feet tall.
That's pretty big. They all are, in those series when they make him. You said the Sentinel's how tall?
Sentinel's about 3 feet tall.
And then what other ones are in that series?
Unicron is about 3.5 feet tall, but he's fucking wide as shit.
I imagine you can kill a man with a Unicron. I mean, all three of them, 3 feet. Yeah. 3 feet's a lot of plastic, my dude. But yeah. Unicron is like a small wrecking ball.
Yeah.
Just knock the edges off and drop them on you.
They put the side by side of Galactus and the Sentinel. Sentinel has the Galactus is fucking huge. It's beautiful.
Oh, he got that big ass hat on. He's cheating.
Yes, he is.
What's his hair look like? I don't remember Galactus' hair. Excuse me?
I don't think he has hair.
What kind of being is Galactus that he doesn't have hair?
He bald.
He looks like a man.
He does, but he probably doesn't have hair. He'd be a bald man.
Is he a watcher? Is he a watcher in disguise?
No, maybe. Who knows?
I should know more. I've recently read his origins. I should remember more, but I still listen. I want to know. Has there ever been a scene where Galactus swept his hair back? Does he have an afro?
No.
Maybe he's got cornrows under that helmet. I want to know.
He had, the last time there was one comic they showed him without the headpiece, and it was a Thanos book, and he was bald.
Was he? Did he look like a man, or did he look like pure energy?
No, he looked like Galactus without the headpiece.
Oh, that's it. All right, well.
He was still big as shit.
All right, well.
Yeah.
That's interesting. So at least he's not like Juggernaut, where you take his helmet off and his powers go away.
Yeah.
Well, they don't go away. You can psychically attack him now for massive damage.
There was a cool little thing I watched this week, and it's the fact that Deadpool kind of crossed into the MCU with the Free Guy trailer, because he had Quark with him.
Yeah,
it was actually really funny. I enjoyed it. Free Guy looks actually a fun movie too. It's gonna be good.
I hope so, because it could be just not great, and you're just sitting there like, what happened?
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be good. Other toy news, like you got me again with the Disguised Turtles. They have it pre-ordered on their site. I went to pre-ordering it, and the frogs I have already, so I just needed Disguised Turtles.
Okay, all right.
And what else? Oh, there was one thing. Oh, I watched Space Jam. The new one.
Okay, Space Jam 2021.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny.
I mean, isn't that what it is? It's a comedy, right?
So this is my big thing, and this is the thing that a lot of people complain. Oh, this is my childhood and like that. But yeah, but this movie's for other childhoods, not yours. This is supposed to have the aesthetic, the nostalgic of the Looney Tunes there for you. the LeBron James and everything else is newer for everyone else.
So, but you said it was good. So
I enjoyed it. It was funny. It was silly. It has a lot of Easter eggs. It played tribute to the old movies. It played tribute to a lot of the WB stuff. There's a whole scene of in the world of Batman the animated series. Like, I thought that was all fucking dope. You saw the Looney Tunes. You saw the Flintstones. You saw the Jetsons. You saw like a lot of like Easter eggs when they're all playing in the court. You saw a lot of Easter egg characters in the crowds. Like, you saw the Mask. You saw Danny DeVito's Penguin. You saw like Arnold Schwarzenegger's looking Mr. Freeze, and random characters.
They might want to
like
hide that one.
Yeah,
you might want to cut that out in the DVD.
But they randomly showcased them in the crowds and shit. I thought that was actually really cool. The graphics, it was very graphically good. Don Cheadle was fucking great in there. He was the evil guy, and he was great. LeBron is as dry as Jordan, but Jordan was acting like Michael. He is Michael Jordan. LeBron James is acting like LeBron James, so it doesn't really change much. But it was a good movie, and the Looney Tunes were more the stars. Like, they were the ones that really stole the scenes and stuff like that. I actually really enjoyed it.
Okay, cool.
Is it a great movie? No, but it's a fun family movie, so you get a good laugh.
It ain't great either.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, the people like the movie because of the aesthetics and whatever, and the music. You know, tag team coming back. Did they have a tag team in this movie?
No, the soundtrack wasn't that great.
Oh,
I'll say that's one thing the first one has over this is the soundtrack. That soundtrack fucking is dope.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, there's more to it than just the movie itself. It's like it's a lot more of what was around it. Remember the marketing for that movie?
Yeah.
I think still is probably unmatched. Like is up there with some of like the better marketing, like just the campaigns they had for that. I still wish I had those posters.
Yeah.
Wish I had those posters. But again, it ain't that good. It ain't great.
Yeah, it was a fun movie. Like, again, it's a fun family movie. It's for a now generation version of Space Jam, but again, you get the nostalgic with the two characters and all the other characters that you see around, especially in the audience. You see Space Ghost. You see the freaking with the Herculoids and shit like that in the fucking crowd and stuff. So it's actually really cool. There's a lot of Easter
Why are you
eggs.
showcasing these people that's on Boomerang?
Because they all owned by WB and Hanna-Barbera. Hanna-Barbera is owned by WB.
They went to Boomerang Land. They couldn't have found where the Tiny Toon guys.
Oh, they had like Harry Potter. They had the Animaniacs there. They went to the Batman animated series world and they actually interacted with Superman and fucking. You saw a lot of these things.
Mark, I'll cut you off. You telling me they had a chance to have Buster Bunny and Bugs Bunny on a movie screen? They didn't do it.
They probably had honestly, you had to look at a lot of things like very close to realize certain characters.
But no. You're not getting what I'm trying to push here.
Oh.
I'm trying to push Tiny Toons being the ones that take the torch from the Looney Tunes. I'm saying put Bugs Bunny out to pasture.
No.
Buster all the way.
No, they didn't do that. Bugs Bunny.
That's my disappointment.
Other than that,
come on, look, if you had Lola Bunny and me be Babs, that would have been cool. Come on, Taz and is that just young Taz?
It was
How was he young? No, that's not right.
It was good though. I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Okay, all right.
I also saw Black Widow. I enjoyed the movie. I didn't like Taskmaster.
How much did you hate Taskmaster?
Well, my thing with that is that he was just
talking about his look. I know he was probably cool in the movie. But...
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a good character. Like, honestly, what they tried to make it was like a former student that got fucked up. She was ended up being a female and stuff like that. I didn't care about that. I just hated the fact that I like Taskmaster as a villain. I actually like him in the comics. So I did not get the Taskmaster I know and love in the comic books.
Was this Taskmaster disposable, or is this one?
He was just a disposable character. Like, honestly, this was just a one and gun kind of shit.
Yeah.
They could probably improve it down the road and actually make a version 2 of him, and it would be a different character. But they honestly, even like the skills he had, like they didn't really show you like how how Taskmaster developed them and things like that. You had like one scene of him or her copying Black Widow, and that was it. That was the only thing you saw. Other than that, you didn't really see him her looking like seeing Captain America fight or seeing Hawkeye fight or Black Panther and actually studying their moves and getting their skills and stuff like that.
So I guess it's just Taskmaster and name only.
Yeah, pretty much. Like the scenes, the fight scenes were cool. It's just like it's not the character that I know.
That's why I figured. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I figured in the movie it probably wasn't some bum ass character. It was just like, this is nowhere near what we should have got.
Exactly, and that's
I was gonna say they put so much effort into being faithful in so many parts to a lot of the characters that you don't even think they give a damn. How they do Howard the Duck justice made him look better than he looked in that old movie. And this is what you do to my boy?
Yeah, that's how I felt.
Aim on Hawkeye. I'm just saying.
Other than that, I thought the movie was alright. It wasn't bad. It was a pretty solid movie. It's just that's the one thing that I really didn't like. It was Taskmaster. Okay. I liked that character, and it could have been done a lot better.
They did him justice in Marvel 3. Come on, man. They Japanese. They ain't had no reason to do him good. Bruh.
Because they kind of go into his characters. Like Deadpool is Deadpool. There's only two characters that he would not copy, and that was like Moon Knight and Deadpool.
Okay.
Because Deadpool is just too unpredictable. Like he copied him in the first time, and Deadpool realized his power, and then when he fought him the second time, Deadpool did like ballet and fought like a grandmother, and that's how he beat Thanos. And then Moon Knight is just the fact that he's reluctant to pain. He would just take everything. He doesn't block.
Oh, I got you.
So like if there's a knife flying, he's not dodging it. He's letting it stab him and keep going.
But isn't he also mentally like?
Yeah, he's mentally disabled, but also he has like a healing factor too.
Yeah, because he has the power that one currently has the power of the moon god or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes. Okay.
So he has a healing factor when the moon's out.
Got you. That's why he's out there in the nighttime.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid. Don't fight in the daytime.
So that's the reason why Taskmaster would never like copy Moon Knight, because it will kill him, because the way Moon Knight fights is he walks right into the fucking bullet.
That's great. That's great.
You better show that in the show.
Is he like confirmed to be a major villain in the Moon Knight series? In any way, shape? No, I don't mean the show. I mean like in current books, like.
He had like a big run, and I think when David Finch was drawing Moon Knight, I think it was mid 2000s.
Okay.
It was before that he did the suit thing, so it was before that series.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah. I know David Finch was the artist when he did it.
I believe the god's name was Khonshu. I think that's what the new one. I'm sure it's the real thing, so I don't think they changed that name.
Yeah, like David Finch's art. I always said his David Finch's art looks like everyone's constipated.
I have to look at it so I know what you mean, because
they all have like a squinch face.
Okay, I had to look at. Okay. You know what? Somebody whose books, and I'll just put this out there, is I think it's Romita Senior. I don't like his art style. I don't like my Punisher looking like that. Is it Senior or Junior that draws with the hard? They both draw with the hard lines. One is more refined, like softer, a little softer than the other one.
Junior's is more blocky.
The blocky one is the one I can't.
I love his Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah, I've seen his Spider-Man and it's cool.
His Spider-Man stuff is my favorite.
And then his other I think I've seen Eddie Brock in his style, and he looks terrifying.
I like Romita's like Spider-Man. I liked his Wolverine. I thought his Wolverine wasn't bad.
I've never seen his,
because he always did like the really battle rage shit with Wolverine.
Who's the one that used to draw him mad hairy and short? Like mad short and mad hairy and just unbelievably ripped. Like there was a Wolverine maybe in the mid to late 90s, and like you would just see art of him, just he looks ridiculous. It doesn't even make any sense.
I'm not sure. Like there's so many artists, so like especially nowadays to this time, there's so many people that did Wolverine. But you said mad hairy.
I mean ridiculously though.
Like the one I know for a fact that was my favorite was always Jim Lee. Jim Lee always did the best.
No, that's not the type. I can spot him out. Yeah.
It might be like during Marvel Presents time. Oh, I think I see the artist right here. Sam Keith.
I think that might be. All right. Let me. Sam. Okay.
Sam Keith. He did the
Max. Yeah, it is him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam Keith.
Oh, I didn't even put two and two together that actually was the Max's artist, because when I think about the Wolverine that I'm thinking about, he looks like the Max.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I was just trying to think about it because I was like, there's a lot of people that drew Wolverine during that time, a lot, but most of them were Image artists. Most of them went to Image.
This is
that drew Wolverine. Jim Lee, Tom McFarlane, Mark Silverstein.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
There's a lot of people that did Wolverine during that time, so it was hard to do for Max. He did as well.
Oh,
he did the Marvel Presents books.
Woo! Yeah, this is a distinct ass style of Wolverine. But yeah, it does look like the Max.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Marvel Comics Presents 85 Image.
Yeah.
That's the Jesus, he looks that's terrifying. If you saw that, you would run.
Yeah, I'm scared. I get fucking razor burned.
Yeah, just
but yeah, there was also like talking about Wolverine. There was like a figure they just released of him that looks like the '92 cartoon Mondo figures.
Not familiar with them. Okay.
They did a '92 Wolverine that actually comes with the picture of Jean and Cyclops.
Wait.
Yeah.
All right. Does he come with the bed too?
No, it doesn't.
All right. Just make the statue. That's all you gotta do. Is there no statue that is there?
I'm not sure.
I would buy that. I don't buy statues very often, you know. I'm a figure person, but I will be a hell of an exception for the Wolverine with the Jean Grey fiction.
Yeah.
That's too good.
Yeah, it's Mondo figures. They did a figure thing. It looks pretty though. I sent it to Nick. I think Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Okay. I sent it to you. Anyway, but yeah, that was actually a really cool thing that I saw.
It looks good, man. It looks good. Well, yeah, they did they did the figure photography, so that's cool. That's cool.
Figure photography is very important.
I got to start following more of them. I'm starting to see some of them pop out. I know the guy that you sent me, but he's like one of the bigger names, so I knew of his work, but not his name.
I'll send you a bunch of other ones. I follow like every single one I see as a thing. I'll follow.
Because right now I'm following like the people who like they hype up the Thundercats figures.
Yeah.
Which I gotta again give kudos to them. They look so good.
They look so good, but I ain't paying.
Yeah, they're expensive. They're $55 a figure, something like that.
45. Yeah.
45. Yeah. Oh,
well,
maybe one. I was about to pull the trigger on Mumra one day, but nah, I can't. Nah.
Yeah.
Not maybe later.
Yeah.
Because they're another one that they do. They bring back waves.
Oh, okay.
I think Linkso was like in the first one, and he obviously was gone. And I think they did a round 2 of that figure in a few more. So
that's good to know. Because you know what, you're right. Because that Super 7 is doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And they did the same thing with the Ninja Turtles. They actually was selling the Turtles all in one. And that was the one I was able to get.
Gotcha.
So I got the 4 Turtles instead of getting the other characters. I pre-ordered the 4 Turtles, and then I also pre-ordered the Double Ray dude.
Okay.
Because that one was just a childhood thing. Yeah, Ray Fillet. I had to because that was like a childhood, one of my favorite childhood figures. So I was like, I gotta get that one.
I think I had him, but I had him through some kid left him out.
No.
and in the park or some shit. I just found the toy, no accessories, no nothing. I think he was scuffed up to hell.
Yeah.
But I found him though. Same thing with Usagi Yojimbo. I never was able to find it in a store, but one day I was just somewhere and somebody had left one.
I really hope.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
But we don't live in that world.
Yeah.
But since you are in like at least a place where there's public transit, do you ever see like a toy just left on a seat?
Not a lot. Like not. I have found maybe one thing. I have found like those little pops, but they're like the miniature pops.
Mm-hmm.
I found one of like I think it was Stitch, or I think it was Stitch. It was like a little pop Stitch.
Okay.
I found it like randomly on the floor. That was it.
Gotcha.
But yeah, like I really hope like Usagi gets like a Super 7 version.
Okay.
That would be my definitely buying for that one. Would be this Usagi Yojimbo. I'm waiting for NECA to mix Usagi Yojimbo too. I'm looking at both of them to make Usagi.
Gotcha.
That's one of my favorite turtle characters.
Understood.
Even though he's not fully turtles,
he's turtle adjacent.
He just joined for the fun.
So that's cool.
Yeah, there's some really crazy stuff. And next week, I think it's San Diego Comic-Con, so there's gonna be a lot of shit announcing next week.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like everybody said, oh, we got shit loaded out. So I'm like, fuck you.
They just keep going, man.
Yeah, they don't let people catch up either. The same thing with Hasbro. Like they're like, hey, guess what? We're making more toys too.
You're right. Just events almost every week, dude. Or Fan Fest or something. It's almost something every week.
Every week. That's what I got.
Okay.
I guess this movie are superhero comic book movies of 2 decades. Starting from 1978 to 2000, we are up to 1993, and they're released. And the movie is RoboCop 3.
Man.
I was right? RoboCop 1993.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
This movie is it's
something
inconsistent at best, is what I want to say. Having just finished watching it today. So you know what? You can go first, Mike. What did you think about RoboCop 3? What I remember is was not very much, but I remember the reception was, this is terrible. So what did you think?
So what I'll say, you want to know the Rotten Tomatoes score?
Oh, please.
6%.
Of course. I knew it was going to be single digits. I thought it was going to be lower than that.
Yeah. It was like a 4.1 in IMDb. Metacritic score is like 40%, so that's like a C or less. It's like a C minus.
Mm-hmm.
It had some good actors in it, CCH Pounder.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
she played Bertha. She's a known character. Rip Thorne was CEO. He's a really good actor. Robert John Burt, who played RoboCop, I know him from fucking Rescue Me and Law and Order.
Yes.
He was in those shows and stuff like that. So, and Nancy Allen just returns as her main character. Just to get
murder. Just to kill off her character.
Yep. And made. Oh wow, she looks a lot different now than she is.
Who's that?
The girl that played the little girl. Because the way they have her casted, they have the adult version of her and not the.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah.
Was in this movie? Mako was the old guy. I didn't know that was Mako.
Yeah.
Mako, my bad. The old school Japanese actor that played the Japanese, the actual CEO, I think, that you saw on the screens and stuff. I know it was him.
Yes, it was.
Okay.
And the guy that played the Japanese guy that played the robot.
Oh, that dude. He looked familiar, but I'm pretty sure he's not the
Bruce
actor I'm thinking of.
Bruce Loki.
Because
Loki.
he'd be too old.
What
Okay.
movies he was in? He looked very familiar. I agree with you. Like he looked. I was wondering like what I've seen him from.
Unless he's ageless, because he looked like somebody I've seen recently in like an action movie or just something involving Japanese like fighting and whatnot, sword fighting and things of that nature. But
Yeah.
like, it can't be him.
Yeah,
This movie is 93.
Yeah, I'm trying to find something that like you would know him from, and I don't see nothing that I could see you watching and knowing him.
Yeah, I understood. It makes sense.
He was a voice in Tenchu.
Which one? It
He
says
was
one.
in that Pamela Anderson show, VIP.
I didn't watch that show. I watched a few episodes to see what it was. It was
Oh, we're gonna see him in The Shadow.
all
Eventually,
right. There you go.
he's in The Shadow. He was in Black Lane.
Oh, I think it was Black. I think I saw Black Rain.
Michael Douglas.
Yes, I think I did.
Yeah, that's the only thing I could really see that he was in.
Okay.
And he does voice acting.
Okay.
Anyway.
Gotcha. All right. It's not the star. RoboCop wasn't really a star-studded movie. It had a few people, but
Yeah.
really, it had people before they hit the peak of their stuff.
Yeah, the dude from Goldberg's is in there. He's like the store clerk and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh shit, look at that guy. He's young.
So yeah. There's a few people of note, acting wise in here. So
Yeah.
I mean, you have returning people. You have the guy that played the original OCP, like
Yeah.
Blackie, the black dude with the glasses.
Yeah, I think he's the only survivor.
Yeah. Yeah, when you put it like that, I forgot. Yes, he may very well be the only survivor. Yes. Felton Perry, as Johnson. So, yeah, he's like one of the only people that survived. And what's the doctor? Her name? I forget. I know on the thing she was like she had a
Dr. Lazarus.
Lazarus. Yeah, I knew she had some type of fantastical name, and it was Lazarus. Yes,
Yeah.
she was in the first. She was the same lady I think from all three movies that was in there. She was like, I think she was the woman that was like that felt sad in the first movie when they wanted to get rid of his humanity. I believe.
Yeah.
So, still fighting for the same cause in all of his movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, the chief is back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's a lot of the returning characters. So this is not really a movie that seems like, oh man, we just trying to.
She was not in the other RoboCops.
Oh, is that the same lady?
No.
Wow, she looks just like the. Wow.
She's only in RoboCop 3.
Crazy. She looked just like the doctor from the first two. Okay. Because they cast it properly. Because I couldn't tell. All right.
Yeah. She was in Anaconda in a lot of bad movies too. She was in Exit Wounds with DMX and Steven Seagal.
All right. Okay.
Alright, back to this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't. Alright, so going into this, I actually kind of had the same feeling with Meteor Man when we were going into it. I thought it was just going to be a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't as bad as I remember. I just remember the CGI being very fucking terrible. That's the toll. The CGI was terrible. So it was like a paper of.
Yes.
It was like someone playing with a toy and like just hitting up and down.
No, not even. Remember, they used practical effects and claymation and what and models for the first two movies, right?
Yeah.
This one they couldn't because they wanted him to fly.
Yeah.
And they didn't build a set to have the little toys flying around. No, they chose to just take a piece of paper and rub it all over the screen.
Yeah, and that's how I felt about what they did with that.
Yeah.
The whole gun being the arm thing, I didn't like because I didn't like how unpractical it was because you had to take a whole thing off in order to put the gun on.
I'll put it this way: it felt like one of the most un-RoboCop-like things.
Yeah.
In retrospect. because Murphy wouldn't do that.
No.
Is what I'm saying. He would just use a gun because he likes. That's part of his thing is he likes to shoot.
Yeah.
So
he started using grenades to fucking just hit someone in the face.
I mean, true.
But yeah, like the movie, like I could see where it was going. I see where the plot, what they wanted to go with this movie, but it just went everywhere, and that was like I think the issue with it. Like they did the whole dramatic scene with the lady finally dying and RoboCop's humanity is still intact because of that, and they was trying to take away his like, well, why are we paying this, or well, we take this over, why are he's still not doing this and not doing that. I didn't like the fact that he had like a new upgrade with the big ass gun. I didn't like the big ass gun. I like the small gun. That's RoboCop. He's not a war machine. He's just supposed to tag you in the leg and that's it. Not really.
The more I think about the story, though, because unfortunately, in the story universe, they're still owned by OCP, so it makes sense if they wanted to upgrade him, that they would do it against his will, and nothing he could do about it.
Yeah.
So,
but it felt like it wasn't. But it felt like it wasn't his. It was like because he didn't have to really use it. Like he had to remove a part in order to put the gun on there.
No, but the reason I'm saying it makes sense for it to be a thing in the universe.
Yeah.
Not because it's not his doing. It's because in this. So this movie story starts with with the one in this movie instead of like three like they have in multiple like they had in the other ones. One commercial.
Yeah.
About Delta City. Wouldn't you love it if your city was crime free? And so basically they're going off the heels of the second movie, which was the old man, the old CEO of OCP. He wanted to destroy basically old Detroit and make new Detroit out of the ashes. So that's like the plot of this new thing, but they give you the detail that the Japanese company took over OCP. Yeah. So they got a hostile takeover. They make sure to mention that. Yeah. Because it's the 90s and that was the phrase.
They were just building samurai robots.
Yeah, so then it turns out they have their own cyborgs, which is there's less cyborgs and more like T-800s to be at.
They were like what was it? Damn, what was it? I forgot the name of it. They were like Mr. Andersons.
Okay.
It just came out with the same fucking look, and it would just have the black and the sunglasses.
Yes, yeah.
Mr. Anderson.
But
the Smiths. There you go.
The Smiths, Mrs. Yes, thank you. You're right. It's been a while since I've seen The Matrix. I got the names mixed up.
I haven't seen that in years.
Me neither. Scott Steiner doesn't like me talking about The Matrix. How dare you?
Take the red pill.
He's screaming about it.
I don't remember the last time I watched that, but anyway. Yeah, so they just look like a bunch of Smiths.
Yeah, they do. No. What I was gonna say was that they give you that background of the Japanese takeover, and then the fact that they have their own police force. Yeah. But they don't really tell you about the cyber samurai.
Yeah, he just pops
He's actually cyber ninja. He's just butt naked in a room, meditating. He does like this one almost inhuman like movement when he like wakes up from his meditation. I guess that's the key to tell you that something's not right with that guy.
Yeah.
But like, what I meant about RoboCop having that gun is they introduced something called what's the force? They call them the Rehab Patrol.
Yeah.
Which is their quote unquote, we're trying to clean up the city. So they named it the Rehab Patrol, when in reality that's the force that the main villain, who's played by a guy named John Castle, which I think that name was kind of cool.
Yeah.
And so his character is Paul McDaggart in this movie. So his character is leading that task force, which is essentially throwing out the residents of old Detroit, which is a ravaged war zone, which is like the leftovers from the last movie because they turned it into a war zone when they didn't pay the cops. So like they're trying to clean up. They're trying to clean up the remnants of their own mess because the gangs are out of control, And so now they brought in the Japanese heads have cleared this new task force to get rid of the supposedly to clean everything up, right?
Yeah.
But in reality, they just want everybody out so they can destroy everything and make this whole new place. But it's a war zone, so I could see RoboCop OCP making the upgrade to him because that's the thing. We got the sense 2 times in the first 2 movies that after they defeat the villains, that at least you think, all right, we don't have to worry about them fucking with RoboCop. Wrong.
Yeah.
Every time they come back and they be like, oh yeah, we own him. Oh yeah, we own you too. So it's like, to that end, even though I know character-wise is not like Murphy to take off his hand and put a gun on.
Yeah.
The movie does give you the work to set the world where it's like, yes, this is extreme. This is extreme Detroit. We went from Detroit to old Detroit to extreme Detroit. Like, yeah, it's terrible out there. The first thing you see is his partner has a respond to a crime, and then the dude that she's with, he just gets sniped through his chest, and he ain't even like he wasn't a target. He was just a body. They just was shooting because the cops was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is rough. It is rough. RUFF, not even spelled the right way. So I get this chain, like, again, there's a lot of things he does where he drives off the roof. Why did he drive off the roof, dude? He could have just got out.
Yeah.
He could have got off the exit ramp, got out. And it's so many things in this movie that they put in to appeal to like the masses, the casual audience. Because to be honest, the first 2 movies are rated R. They're not really. So number one, you're alienating kids.
Yeah.
And technically, you're alienating teenagers that are you're not 17, right? You're not supposed to. Then not supposed to be seeing this movie. So, to the letter of the law, they put it to PG-13 and then put all this bullshit in the movie on top of what was the foundation for RoboCop. So that's my main issue with this movie. That hand cannon bullshit, which turns into a flamethrower, which I kind of like that flamethrower scene. That's the funny thing. Is why this movie is so inconsistent. There'll be moments, which I think is the best parts of this movie, when they're going into the villain and him like inside old extreme Detroit talking to the Japanese dude on via because remember, this is 93. There was no like open translator system like there is today.
Yeah.
So they had like the archaic translator system, but it was cool because he was talking to him on a screen and everything just looks super futuristic. But he's in this dingy, dirty, like bombed out part of the city, like from the inside of the war zone. And to that end, it's like some of that stuff, it's like, oh, that's cool. And then he got the guy, the Japanese CEO is like, you know, I can't trust you if I don't know your methods. And he goes, don't worry about my methods. And meanwhile, behind him, he has a nuclear suitcase. It's like, wow. He's trying to empty out this city by any means necessary.
Yeah.
And then like you start to see what they do to the cops. Like my favorite scene in that movie is nothing with RoboCop. It's the scene where it's like after the RoboCop had a fight, and then they were the OCP lackey, for a better term.
Yeah.
He went to the police station to already harass the woman to get rid of his memories.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning he disobeyed a direct order.
Yeah.
Because he still had his humanity, right? So the scene is set up where they're fed up with the police. They're fed up with the work they're doing, and the main bad guy, McDaggart, goes there. Even after he's done nefarious stuff, he still has the executive powers to take over the police force and tell them what to do.
Yeah.
And in that scene, he's like, I believe he's the chief. He goes, the police aren't supposed to be the ones evicting people from their homes. That's not what we. How does that look?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he comes in and gives him a direct order to give me 50 of your men well armed and ready to go. And he's like, because we got the construction crews and blah blah blah, meaning they're conducting the program, which is get rid of the residents by any means necessary. Well, harsh means. The Japanese guy didn't know. Turns out he didn't know. He didn't really know.
Yeah.
And so when he meets up with the American side CEO, who's played by Rick Horn, he kind of like just gives him like, what the fuck this guy. He's like, so there's that little funny scene at the end, but you don't know that the whole time. They got you think the entire time they're on board with what's going on.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's just that one guy taking his power like to the extreme. So I like the fact in that scene when the cops get the orders, the chief takes his badge off. It's like, I'm done. Yeah. And then the other officers, slow one by one, just take the badge off, show it to him, drop it, and walk the fuck out. And I was like, I can see that happening. And then they go, and then you, as the story continues, you end up seeing the cops roll up into extreme Detroit in excess, like all the ones that left, guns and cars rolled up, and they basically became the protection force for the citizens. And it's like they had the standoff with the crazy mercs that were actually street thugs because the cops didn't want to play ball, so they went in. So the guy McDaggart recruited actual like thugs literally in the police station as they walked out.
Yeah,
he walked up to the dude that was about to sneak out after the two cops walked off. He was like, how would you and your friends like to make money? And then it's like, I could like, so for part of this movie that was written well, you could really see that there's a really strong narrative that's in here, and I could see this happening if and when the police force is bought out by a mega conglomerate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it was like, to that part, kudos. Yep. And that's real positive stuff I have to say about this movie. Most of the stuff for RoboCop, he's like a cookie cutter generic action hero.
Yeah.
It's just he's just how you make RoboCop vanilla.
Vanilla? He's not even vanilla. He's like the plain yogurt.
Oh my, yeah.
The sour yogurt,
he's yogurt.
Cottage cheese.
They made RoboCop cottage cheese.
Yeah, he was chocolate pudding in the beginning. Now he's cottage cheese.
But he can't be, because that's good for you. This RoboCop's not good for you.
So well, cottage cheese can be good for you. It doesn't mean it tastes good.
But it's like it's real bad.
It's like
I remember having it as a kid. That and buttermilk. As a kid, tasting that, whoa, bro. Don't give that to children.
Yeah, buttermilk you're not supposed to drink though.
No, but they give you a little taste in a cup so you can taste it.
Oh, this is just sour as shit.
Yes, it is. It's
good for wings, and you making wings and shit, but you don't drink that shit.
It's a cooking ingredient. Yes.
Yeah, don't be drinking that shit.
Don't drink buttermilk.
Don't drink the RoboCop either.
No, but I think in the South they do drink buttermilk though.
Yeah, and that's why they.
Which I think is terrible, because I think that's probably promotes bad health at the end of the day.
But then again, everything they eat in the South is like bad health. They eat so much fucking fried, deep fried, and triple fried shit. I love it.
It tastes hella good, but man, you trying to make it past 50 eating this shit? I don't know. But like I'm saying, RoboCop is not flavorful at all in this movie. He doesn't make you feel any emotions, because like the story with the emotions of him, it kind of falls flat because they replaced it. It's not Peter Weller anymore. There's that, and it's like it feels too soon. And you know what? I don't know why he wasn't in this movie, but if you told me he read the script or the screenplay or what have you, and was like, nah, okay, I believe it, because those movies have passionate soul to it. Like RoboCop is a surprisingly deep movie. That's one of the reasons I like it. Yeah, it's got the help me and I'll buy that for $1. It's got that.
Yeah, you know what's funny?
How makes you feel stuff.
Shout outs to Tenacious T. He put up a post on our Red Cycling page, and it was like, if you had to, let me see if I can find it. I'll show you.
Okay.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's right. Well, that Monster Hunter show. We talk about that next.
Oh yeah. How do you do my peoples like that?
So you can watch only one movie from 1987. So it's Adventures of Babysitting, Dirty Dancing, Fatal Attraction, Full Metal Jacket, Hellraiser, Lethal Weapon, Lost Boys, Over the Top, Rain, Trains and Automobiles, Planes, Trains and Automobiles, Predator, Princess Bride, RoboCop, The Running Man, Spaceballs, Untouchables on Wall Street. Which one would you pick? And seeing RoboCop recently, I was like, yeah, RoboCop. It was beyond its time, and it was 100%. A better movie than most of these movies.
Most of those movies, yeah. Although, I'd probably pick Running Man. That's one of my favorite movies ever. It's a literal video game movie. Yeah. It's escape from death if you can. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, but RoboCop was one of those. But anyway, yeah. So you want to say? So you gave it a 2.75
with an asterisk
with the face,
the little thinking face, the little face.
Yeah.
Just because there's stuff in this movie that is legitimately good, but it's surrounded by very, very cookie cutter bullshit. Yeah. So much just for the sake of having robots and this and like look at this.
Yeah.
And look at the guns and like generic action scene. Why did and the forced humor? Why did RoboCop in one scene when he came into the drug dealer, they had the guy, the hotel guy. He's in extreme Detroit. And he's trying to look for the head. He's looking for McDagger. He knows where he is, right? He goes, "Where's McDagger?" The guy goes, second floor, this way. And he goes, "I hope you have insurance."
Yeah.
And the old man goes, "The elevator door sticks." So the scene, like, some of it is legitimately funny.
Yeah.
So the RoboCop, you see the door stick in front of the RoboCop. Like, it's like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And he peels the door out. But then he immediately sees a crook, one of the guys from the task force, and he pulls out a gun, and then RoboCop shoots the gun, and it spins in midair for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Because he shoots it like 7 times. I hated that.
Yeah.
It was so bootleg. I think I saw the string. But it was just like, why did you do that? And then the very next scene, he shoots a RoboCop-shaped hole into a door and walks through.
Yeah.
It's fucking RoboCop. Just knock the door down, bro.
The unpractical shit.
It's a lot of forced humor. It's a lot of just forced action scenes. A lot of like, we think we're upgrading, so we're gonna give him a jetpack as a secret weapon.
Yeah.
I hate you. And it looked terrible. So to that end, there's so much bad stuff surrounding RoboCop 3.
Yeah.
It's just like only that stuff that I said was good is the reason it doesn't get like a 1. You know what I mean?
So you give it a 2.75 with the asterisk and the questionable face, and it's your number 21. It's right under Superman 3.
Okay.
On my list, it is number 22.
And what's it under?
It's right under Superman 3 as well.
Gotcha.
So, our top 10, yours is still RoboCop 1, Turtles 2, RoboCop 2, 3, Batman 4, Toxic Avenger 5, Superman 2, 6, Darkman 7, 8 is Superman the movie, 9 is Dick Tracy, and 10 is Flash Gordon. For my list is Turtles 1, RoboCop 2, Batman 3, RoboCop 2, 4, Superman 2, 5, Darkman 6, Flash Gordon 7, Batman Returns number 8, Superman 1 is 9, and Dick Tracy's number 10.
Okay.
Next week is a movie that we actually have been very excited to get to, and I'm excited to watch it, and I'm probably going to watch it with Jackie because she's never seen it. Blank Man, starring Damon Wayans and
David Alan Grier.
David Alan Grier.
Yeah.
Blank Man is next. The following week, we have The Crow with Brandon Lee. The week after that is Driver 2. And starting, and also the second week of August, we have The Fantastic Four.
Finally.
I think this is Fantastic Four is the reason why we did this.
Yeah. We said that.
Yeah, so
I made sure to let that be known.
yeah, so we're getting into the nitty and gritty of stuff. After that is The Mask. We have The Shadow, Time Cop, Batman Forever, Crying Freeman, Darkman 2, Judge Dredd, Power Rangers, Tales of the Crypt, Demon Knights. We have a shit ton of movies, and they're still going on and on. But we're close to halfway.
Okay.
We did 30 movies so far. I think that we have about 100 movies. It's like 80 in the 80s. Our last movie is X-Men.
What? Oh, X-Men, the first.
The first X-Men.
Okay.
That's the last movie.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be interesting. And we still have like one more Toxic Avenger movie.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Damn.
There's still one more Toxic Avenger movie.
All right.
So next week, Blankman. I'm excited for that.
Yep. Me too.
I guess we'll wrap this up, or you want to talk a little bit, say your piece about your Monster Hunter TV show on Netflix?
No, I just wanted to say I'm deeply upset at the CG poster that I saw for that show. I saw some of the trailer because there was an announcement that Monster Hunter, which just released Monster Hunter Stories 2, and then not too long ago there was Monster Hunter Rise.
Yeah.
So they're doing a lot this year, but the poster. I feel like I want the poster to be the picture for this episode because it's so bad. Somebody compared it to Reboot, and I was like, now realistically, it's not that bad, but it's bad.
Yeah.
It's just, how did you? Again, I'm just gonna say it once again. Somebody don't know how to make black people, and it shows. Cause Lord,
you should have him and RoboCop 3 side by side.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. All I gotta say is, if you've ever seen a Dark Souls character creator, anything in the Souls games, if you know, you know. That's it. So we can wrap it up on that note, because that's terrible. Why do you gotta do us like that?
Right.
Thank you again for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. Make sure you catch us anywhere and everywhere Red Cyclone Inc. That is Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. That is also YouTube, where you can check out some Streets of Rage 4 Mr. X DLC stuff. I got some combo videos up there. Please check them out. That game is fun. It's fun. It's very fun. Probably the best DLC I've played in a while. What else we got? We got SoundCloud. We also have Spotify. And we also have a WordPress, so check it out. What you got?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch. Mark the Mic. Follow our Facebook page at the Red Cyclone Week and the Wrestling Battle podcast, Wrestling Battle page. We'll be very active on there for Money in the Bank tonight, so definitely check that out. Shout out to Tenacious T, and just bring up the news that August we'll be back full force with the Morphin Cast, the Gamer Rate podcast, the Shell Shock, and the Gamer Rate Not a Trekkie. So definitely stay tuned for those. We've been working and watching a lot of shit, so we'll get all those back into a normal monthly schedule again. Life happens. Birthday happens. Summer's crazy. My birthday passed. It was on Wednesday. Yeah.
All right.
I had a good time. I bought myself some Disguised Turtles. I'm very angry.
Very
angrily bought this Disguised Turtles. And I might buy those Reebok Red Ranger sneakers.
Okay. All right. Stuff.
That's it. And all remember, follow the Jinkies.
Because he's got sandwiches he's not supposed to have, apparently. Last time I saw him.
He was having sandwiches all the time.
You see what I'm saying?
Thursday.
What's happening? You're giving him all them damn sandwiches.
I don't know. His lady makes good sandwiches. So.
All right. Well. Okay. All right.
We was trying to get him away from him, but he found a way.
He found a way.
He found a way. He watched everyone else starve while he ate.
Damn.
It's like, look at what was it? His Family Guy, John Goodman.
That's messed up. It's messed up.
We love you, Jinkies. Peace out.